Hello, namaste everybody. My name is Mohan Prasad Gautam. I am permanently from Matsapuse Rural Municipality, 6 Dital, Kaski, Nepal. Right? Very first, I'd like to welcome you all, my dear student, here in this virtual class. Right? My dear student, today I'm going to teach you voice. Right? Active and passive voice. Okay? So today I will begin from very basic rules or very basic concept of active and passive voice of English language, right? Whatever you make sentences, whatever you produce sentences, either they are active or passive one, right? So obviously they are very. This is very important lesson for you. Okay, if you want to get good marks in your exam, if you want to improve your English language, if you want to improve your grammar, obviously this lesson will be fruitful for everybody, even student of class 6 to 10, even other English learner. Right, this lesson will be very fruitful. So please, I request you all my learners to continue watching this video until the end of the video, right? Okay, look at number one here. So, my dear student, I have made 4 categories, okay, to make you very easy process to make you understand the lesson, right? So, number one, simple tense that you see here on the screen. Number two, continuous category. Number three, perfect category, and then passive with, let's say, passive with modal verbs, right? Okay, now let's get started with example sentences of category number one. So now I will make you only able to identify the sentences, fall in which category, or in which category the sentences belong to, right? So very first, I just focus you to make you familiar on this regard, right? So look at number one here. Nilam nilam makes, okay, Nilam makes a table. So in this sentence, you have to very first locate which is subject, which is a verb, which is object, because object of active sentence becomes the subject of passive voice or passive sentence, right? So that this is very important part. So Nilam subject, makes verb, okay, and this a table is object, right? So the next one here we have another example sentence here. A tiger killed many dogs. Okay, look at here. Subject, a tiger killed. Okay, this is verb two from this structure, verb two, and many dogs. Okay, object. Okay, remember when you just see example sentences, you have to compare with the structure given here. Okay, either simple present or simple past. So we say what? Simple tense category, right? Because we are going to apply the certain rule under each category, right? So that you have to identify the type of sentence under which they belong to. Got it? Okay, now one more example sentence. Look at here on the screen. They write novels, right? They write novels. Here subject, they write. Okay, you can see here verb one here, base form of the verb, and novels, this is object, right? Okay, now let's have a look. Number two category. Category number two, continuous tense category. You have to notice is, am, are, was, were. Okay, among them anyone appear, and with this there comes verb four, ing from the verb. So you will be more clear from example sentences, my dear student. Look at here. My brother is reading a book. Okay, here my brother is subject is. Okay, this is from here, this is structure, reading. Okay, this is verb for ing from the verb, a book. And here Govin was bringing many apples, right? Here subject Govin, and was bringing, was, this is auxiliary verb, bringing main verb, many apples, right? So object is many apples, and here you should remember was from here, was, and then bringing from where, bringing the ing form of the verb, right? Now look at the next one here, another example sentence of this one under this category, right? They are bringing our tutors right? In this sentence, now you can see its component. Okay, so my dear student, now look at here. Okay, look at here, they. Okay, they are bringing a tortoise. Right here subject is they are, this is auxiliary verb, and bringing a main verb in ing form from here. Okay, these are from here, and a tortoise is object. Okay, now we are going to make this one subject to make or to change into passive structure, passive sentence, right? Well, my dear student, now after knowing these, okay, simple tense and continuous tense, now let's jump to category number 3. Okay, category number 3, you can see here perfect tense, perfect category, either present perfect or past perfect. Has or had plus verb 3, this is present perfect, and had plus verb 3, this is what, past perfect, right? So under this category, okay, let's have a look some example sentences here. They have built a temple, right? They have built a temple. In this sentence, they, this is subject, had auxiliary verb, built, this is, okay, from here, okay, verb 3, and had from here, and a temple. Okay, so this is present perfect tense. Okay, and now next one here, Ganesh had played soccer. In this sentence here, Ganesh subject, okay, had from here, had plus verb 3, this is past perfect. Ganesh had played soccer, and this is soccer is here, what, this is object. Now look at here, Niharika has invited me. All right, Niharika has invited me. Niharika subject, it has, this is auxiliary verb. Okay, and then invited, this is past participle from verb 3. Me, this is object, me. Okay, now look at next one here, category number 4. Okay, modal verbs, passive with modal verb or passive with going. Okay, going to, right? Passive with going to. Okay, here is going to, right here. Will, modal verb, these all are the modal verb. Will, would, can, could, shall, should, may, might, ought to, need to, going to, plus verb 1. This is the structure of active sentence, right? Okay, if that structure is found in active sentence, then we have to follow certain rule. Okay, then later I will teach you in detail. Now just only be familiar with the sentences which are made up of, or which are in this sentence. Okay, the using of what, any one modal verb, right? So you will be more clear from example sentences given here. Pramesh subject, will buy a ticket, right? Will buy a ticket subject, then will buy, from this is from here it, okay, we just can see this one here. Buy, this is verb 1, a ticket, this is object. Now next one, she should write an essay. Okay, subject C, should, this is one of the modal verb, and write verb 1, as you see here, and here and as this is object. Next one here, we are going to distribute pencils, right? Look at here, we are going to distribute pencils. Here we subject are from here. Okay, this is okay, we are going to, is going to, are going to. Okay, here are, then going to, you can see here, from here we pick up going to plus verb 1. Okay, then object. In this case we had to, okay, follow certain, okay, type of the rules to change into passive. So my dear student, only be familiar with them, with such type of example sentences. Because of that, you will be able to know the sentences belong to what category. Okay, very first, your target must be like this: the sentences belong to which category, category number, right? Then after we are, yeah, okay, then after we will be able to change into, already I taught you, my dear student, okay, how to change. Very first you have to be able to identify the sentences, okay, on which category they fall or they belong to. Very first you must find it out. So after knowing them, okay, so now you have to be able to change from active to passive, right? So from active to passive. So how to change, my dear student? So please, now you have to, okay, you have to, okay, change from the active sentence to passive one. Okay, so let me point it out with this, okay, pointer. Yes, Nilam makes a table. This is simple, okay, tens category. So a table is made by Nilam. Next one, a tiger killed many dogs. Okay, it's passive. Many dogs were killed by a tiger, right? Then look at the next one. They write novels. Okay, its passive is what? Novels are written by them. Well, my dear student, now look at here. Okay, so you can notice the changes we just made recently. Okay, so object becomes all this a table, many dogs, novels. They are all object of active sentences. Now they all are just what? Now the okay subject of passive sentence. Okay, a table, many dogs, and novels. While using the verb be verb, okay, without be verb we cannot make passive. Okay, be verb plus past participle form or verb 3 we need. So here is, here or, here are. To use that verb you must have certain skill. That is what, on the basis of the okay new subject you supply the okay that be verb, right? Here is plural, so plural. Okay, subject also here what? Many dogs, plural. Here also or plural. A table, singular. Here singular, right? And under the simple tense category here, if there is simple present, either is, am, are, you have to use here. Okay, if the sentence is in past tense or simple past tense, you have to use either was or were. Okay, if the subject is singular, you should use was. If the subject is plural, you should use were. Okay, so here is many dogs were okay killed by a tiger. Okay, here novels are written by them. Here they write novels. This is in present simple present tense, so that novels are written by them. Okay, my dear student, now you must note it down here. This is structure of what? Okay, structure of simple tense category. Simple verb 1 or verb 5. Simple present or present simple or verb 2 simple past tense. If it is found in okay in active sentence, okay, you have to use this structure. Okay, is, am, are, was, were plus verb 3 plus by plus agent you have to use. Okay, so if sentence is in present tense, simple present tense, either is, am, are. If sentence is in past tense, use either was or were. Okay, then verb 3 plus by plus agent. Okay, in this pattern you have to put your sentence. Because of that you will be able to produce correct passive sentences, right? Okay, my dear student, so you have to write it down all in your copy. Okay, then practice a lot from such type of sentences. Okay, from such type of simple tense related sentences. Okay, simple tense, what I said before, it means what? Present simple or simple past type of sentences. Okay, please apply this formula to change into passive form and vice versa as well. Well well now let's have a look another example sentences. Okay, from active to passive sentences, right? So okay, now just we are going to deal with what? Under which category? Under continuous category. Okay, present continuous and past continuous category. Okay, let's have a look first. Okay, look at here. My brother is reading a book. This is active sentence. Now while changing into, it becomes a book is being read by my brother. Right here, my brother subject, okay, becomes here what? By plus agent. Okay, so a book is being read by my brother. Next one, Gobin was bringing many apples. Right, Gobin was bringing many apples. Right, now look at here the answer. Many apples were being brought by Govin. Next one here, they are bringing a tortoise. Okay, now answer, a tortoise is being brought by them. Okay, so from this example sentences you can okay find or derive your own rules like this. Okay, so please note it down in your copy. Is, am, are, was, were plus verb. You can, if you just go through the sentence, you can find such structure. Using a what, either is, am, are, was, or were plus verb 4. So look at here, is plus verb 4, was plus verb 4, are plus verb 4. So if you find such a structure in active sentences, then it will be changed. It will be changed in this pattern. So please always follow this pattern, always follow this structure. Is, am, are, was, were plus being plus verb 3 means past participle from the verb plus by plus agent. Here is what, agent, 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 by plus agent, right? So note it down, please. So now we have to go to next category, next one, perfect category, right? Present perfect or past perfect. If the sentences are under this category, present perfect or past perfect, look at here from example, they have built a temple, active sentence, now change into passive. A temple is what? That object becomes subject. A temple, then there is singular, so that it has been built by them, they become them. Let's look at here on the screen as well. A temple has been built by them. The next one, Ganesh had played soccer. Here this is past perfect. Had plus verb 3 or past participle form. Ganesh had played soccer. Its passive is what? Soccer had been played by Ganesh. Next one, Neharika has invited me. This is has plus past participle form, right? So that you have to change in this way. Me is object, so that me become here I. I have. We don't use has because our subject, new subject is I, so that I have been. Sentence is imperfect, so that been, I have been invited by Neharika, right? Now note it down, this important thing. If you find such structure, has or have or had plus verb 3, present perfect or past perfect, then you have to follow this pattern. You have to follow this structure. Has or have or had plus been plus verb 3 plus by plus agent. Please never forget. Note it down in your copy. Then apply every time this structure to change into active to passive and vice versa. Right? Okay. Uh, Next one here we have another example sentence here. Pramesh will buy a ticket. Pramesh will buy a ticket. So passive with modal verb, right? Passive with modal verb. This modal verb is what? Will modal verb here. Then how it can be changed? Look at here. A ticket will be bought by Pramesh, right? A ticket will be bought by Pramesh. Here, a ticket is object, becomes subject, will be. There is will, we have this will be. Then by, this is verb 1, becomes verb 3 or past participle form of the verb, right? Now let's look at next sentence here. Active sentence first. She should write an essay. Now subject, this is modal verb, this is verb 1, this is what? An essay is what? An essay is object. Now let's look at its passive form. An essay should be written by her. So she becomes her, and an essay should be written by her. The next one here, we are going to distribute pencils. This is active sentence. We subject, our auxiliary verb, going to. Special notice here, you have to notice here should, notice here will. Distribute pencil 2 plus verb 1, right? So its passive is what? Pencils. This is the object of active voice, become here subject, pencils. Then this is plural form, so that are. Pencils are, then here are going to be, we have to insert here be, going to be distributed. Now distribute base form of the verb change into past participle or verb 3, distributed by whom? By us. We becomes here what? Us, right? So we have to change the pronoun in this way, we becomes us. Okay, we becomes us, she becomes her, like this, but noun remains same as we have here, Pramesh. Okay, noun remains same, but here in case of pronoun change in this way. Okay, I becomes what? I becomes, okay, then me, then she becomes her, he becomes him, we becomes us, like this. Okay, you have to remember. Get it? Well, my dear student, now very important thing that you have to remember is here what? Will, if you have that structure, okay, that with the sentences with such modal verb, okay, sentences with such modal verb and sentences with going to plus verb one, okay, we have to change in this formula. Okay, will be repeated. Anyone, okay, out of this all, anyone will be repeated, and with that plus be plus past participle form plus by plus agent, right? So always you have to follow this structure, having the sentences modal verb as we have done in above example sentences, right? Okay, my dear student, so write down them all in your English copy and then practice a lot and just do exercise in your book as well. All right. Okay, my dear student, now no passive of the following things. We have some of the tenses of, okay, and like, okay, so here present perfect continuous tense, okay, and then past perfect continuous and future continuous and future perfect continuous. Okay, like these four tenses, okay, don't have their passive form. Okay, so all the rest of the tenses, okay, have passive form as I have taught you before, right? Okay, this was for today. Thank you, have a nice time ahead. Namaste.